Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Revolt. Today we're going to be streaming a friendly clan war between Ris3n Competitive and NovaX. I'm joined by the wonderful Coda, aka Sephiroth. How you doing, man? I'm excited, dude. We got a lot of new faces coming out here for our team, and I don't think we've scrimmed NovaX before. So, yeah, man, there's a lot to look forward to. Oh, let's introduce the players. We didn't even do that. Skyscraper. And up in the top left-hand corner, the yellow Protoss player representing NovaX. It's Etmaho. I hope I'm saying that correctly, but I might not be. Yeah, me neither. Looks like we got GT Kong in the chat. If you could do me a solid and just let me know if you can hear Coda as well. That would be fantastic. But yeah, we're starting things out here on Nightshade with a TVP. Skyscraper, one of the newer guys that just joined. This is his debut, his first match being played for Ris3n Competitive. And it's in a friendly, but I think I know personally I'm really excited to see his play. I don't think I've seen him play before. Although from what I hear, Coda, you've had some experience with him. Oh wait, they can't hear you. Wait one sec, I gotta fix that. Okay, try talking now.
All right. Hello, world.
Okay, it should be working now.
Bet. So
Oh yeah, it is working now. Anyway, so we were saying you had some experience playing against him.
yeah, and he did some really aggressive shenanigans, but completely slapped me around. It wasn't like one base all in. It was just your standard macro, and I got bopped really hard.
Yeah, man. Well, that's certainly an encouraging sign. Looking at Maho's build here, we're actually seeing a Stargate opening, and those have fallen out of favor in the meta a little bit. But I'm actually pretty excited for it. There's still a lot of cool play you can do with Phoenixes. They can be very good at dismantling mine drops, which are very popular right now. And so this might be kind of a playing into the meta read right now. What do you think?
Yes, actually, they're really good. Drop. Roll around into quick, which is really hard to deal with.
Yeah, it's going to be Oracle first here. Will there be anything? Now, he's not putting the Oracle, it doesn't look like, in the main to ward away, because I don't think he expects an Oracle. Oh, no, he is. He is putting it in the main.
And now.
Yeah.
So he sees it.
That's always a smart idea, putting it in that little kind of ghost spot behind the refinery.
Yes. It's the best spot to place it. I love it. I like the play.
Yeah, and it looks like this is a second mine, a medevac. This is going to be a mine drop here for Skyscraper. And if he picks off that Oracle and then goes in with the mines, that's going to be really, really nice for him.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what he would want. Oh, the Oracle
he
goes
dodges
right
it.
past it.
He dodges it. That's such a smart play. You know that that's a spot that they like to hide the Widow Mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
4 workers fall in the natural as well. So mining time really lost right now for Skyscraper.
Yeah.
He's not mining anything in the main.
Oh, the Oracle, boom, does go down. Now, to be fair, it's not like the Oracle ran in, hit the Widow Mine, and died, but still, I feel like keeping a unit like that, considering how gas-intensive it is really important. We're seeing the 4th base go down at 430 here for Etmaho. That's around when you want to be getting it if you're trying to play a longer game. But so do you think this will dissuade Skyscraper from doing the mine drop now that he knows that there's a Stargate?
Maybe. I know personally I would be a little hesitant. You just lose a medevac and lose the mines.
Yeah.
The risk is too high.
Yeah, and I mean, those mines, they can still be integrated into a push at the 3rd base, which is what typically most Terrans are going to be going for at some point here. And with no 3rd CC on the way, I gotta feel like he wants to hit a timing at the 3rd a little bit, right? Like, oh no! Okay, here comes the mine drop. Oh no, no, it might
Here.
just it's either gonna barely dodge the phoenixes or run into them. I'm not sure. Okay, it passes them in,
Wow.
like in the night. Oh, that's crazy. Ooh,
So
actually
is Phoenix
goes
gonna
in.
roll up
Yeah, they
some
just take a
hold?
bunch of hull damage there too. Here comes Skyscraper. He's dodging around this third base, but the positioning on Stalkers in the main is nice there. Not going to be able to breach that area. So he's going to hide one. Oh, there's transferring probes. Cody, you see this? Okay, no,
Oh,
they're going
dude.
to the corner. They're going to the corner.
Oh,
Okay. Oh,
he knew it was there too. He
yeah.
had to deal with it.
Pulls one probe just like you're supposed to. Lifts it with the Phoenixes. Excellently dealt with there by Itmaho. Um, I feel like it's also important to note he's got an observer sitting over the natural base, and I know as a Protoss player, when a Terran lets you get away with that because they don't have a turret there and they don't get a Raven, it's such a secure feeling, right? You know, whenever you know where the Terran's army is, you're happy. And we see Ed Maho now is going up to Colossus. He's getting +1 and ranged, even harassing a little bit with the Phoenixes. If Skyscraper doesn't get something done here with this push when Stim finishes, I feel like he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
I think you're correct. Like I was saying, Phoenix Colossus is what we're looking at. Colossus on the way. He's not making more Phoenix though, which I think is a misstep because Phoenix Colossus blend so well together.
Yeah,
But
Blink coming up now as well. That's important to note. Getting the Stargate like this, it does delay those Twilight upgrades that typically you see Protoss rush for. Is there charge? No, there's no charge, and Blink is just starting. It does take a while. So if Skyscraper does hit a timing here, ain't gonna be no Blinky boys, ain't gonna be no Chargy boys, and that can be a huge, huge deal.
if he hits it quickly, he might be able to hit while there's still only one Colossus.
Yeah. And this army is fairly Marauder heavy as well. 6 Marauders mixed in here, meaning these Stalkers and this Colossus, if he gets stimmed into, are absolutely going to melt. Now, it's going to be on his positioning and his force fielding here to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Oh, he's gonna push right up to where this other one's in production. Snipe the rogue.
Oh.
Get up
Oh,
there.
if he
Get up
can,
there.
if he could pick it up. Oh, he's going to go right on the army. Here we go. Some Zealots are being warped in. Great force fields to start off this engagement. And so far, this is looking pretty decent here for Ed Maho, who's deflected the army.
Yeah, that just went so well for him.
Now, Skyscraper didn't dive in too aggressively or anything, so he didn't lose a lot. But like we said, if Atmaho was allowed to get away with all this tech and stuff, he's sitting in a good spot. At this point, the third Colossus is on the way. Blink's almost done. This army's getting bigger, and there's a fourth base. Like, this is looking really good for our Protoss.
It is. Reactor's now on the way on the starport for our Terran, which means he's not really producing any counterplay to the Colossus at the moment. So
Yeah, but there's
I'm
the
really
second
like.
Stargate in the Fusion Core. So we are going to see some Liberators.
I don't know how I feel about Liberators against Phoenix play.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, there's only 3 Phoenix, and 2 of them are pretty badly bruised at this point. The problem is does he have... Oh! Move command! He's move commanded! Throws away a few Stalkers for free there. That's one, maybe something that can help Skyscraper get himself back in this game. Here comes the engagement. There's no charge with these Zealots. That's a big deal, but... At Maho, he's got a bigger army, and I feel like he's got a better army, too, you know?
Yeah, I feel like you're right. I think he does. As long as he doesn't, walk it into the Terran.
Yeah. Storm DT Shrine on the way. Maha was pushing without a Warp Prism, which is a very, very scary thing to do as a Protoss. If your Zealot Wall gets eliminated and you can't warp in more, suddenly you can just get stimmed into. But that has just completed, so I feel like he's in a spot now where he can start to get aggressive. Liberator range isn't done. The Liberator count isn't really high. And Skyscraper's kind of jockeying back and forth with these 2 groups of bio, trying to keep Maho on his half of the map.
And bottom left, there is a Warp Prism in Warp Prism mode, whatever that's called.
I believe it's called
Great.
Phasing mode.
Phasing mode.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Stims in, but
Army on
gets
the right.
deflected, yeah. But he's going to drop into the natural as well. This could do a lot of damage. There's not much here in the natural. This might force a recall. On the other side, he is going to clear up that bio, but at what cost? So far, 8 probes have gone down. Oh, here's a disruptor.
Oh, disruptor. Oh,
Ooh, gets a pretty big hit off. I think he needs to focus down this Nexus, but there's the recall. Skyscraper needs to focus it down, which he didn't, or get out of dodge, which he is doing. And that was a good little move there for him. That bought him time. His Liberator range is now done. He's getting his Liberator count up. He's getting a fourth. There's a big Zealot counterattack about to hit, or a DT counterattack about to hit his third base right as he's pushing out. But if he can handle that, oh,
just like that.
devastation.
15 workers.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Oh, and actually he doesn't have a scan. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he needs to kite. These DTs will just shred everything. And that shuts down the third base really hard, meaning this attack is a lot more desperate from Skyscraper. He's got to at least get this base, but there's too many Zealots here. The rest of the army's trailing in. These Zealots are going to buy time for Maho to get his army into position. Now,
That was a really good counterattack by Maho.
yeah, it really was. I mean, Skyscraper, his worker count is still fine. He's sitting at 63 workers, which I feel like is pretty acceptable for a Terran at this stage of the game. But he's got to get them mining at that third base and stop this pressure from shutting it down. Here come the DTs once again. And yeah, they're going to get more and more workers. And the mining time denial almost is even more important. Needs to get in here and clear these out and get that turret up.
He's about to try to push it down here with this army.
Ooh.
Oh man, so
If these Liberators get set up... Ooh.
I think with these Liberators, actually Skyscraper can take this army and bully Protoss at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, if Maho just sits back like he is and keeps him on 2 base, I mean, he's just going to get ahead and more ahead and more ahead and more ahead every moment. And we see his transition is lined up. Stargates, a fleet beacon on the way. And Tempests are your answer as Protoss for these kind of high Liberator counts. So, oh, actually, the boys are getting...
Oh, 2 Disruptors are running into
Oh,
the...
oh, oh!
Okay, that was close.
That was... It looks like the boys are going to get pulled here. He's got all his SCVs bundled up.
With the Protoss.
Oh, counterattack at the fourth. And Maho is out of position. I don't know. He does have a recall, but...
Storms.
Oh, so much storm about to come in here. Oh, Skyscraper gets out of there. That was close, though. He's... Oh, and Maho, I don't think you want to run into those liberation zones.
With the feedback.
Yeah. Ooh. I feel like Skyscraper really wants to move up those Liberators. Get them into position.
I want to see him just take them off the Protoss army.
Yeah. Just, like, put him right on the Colossus's face. Force him to either reposition or take a fight under liberation zones. Looks like 2 DTs. Oh, there's so many Marauders in the main here. That's a lot of Marauders.
DT's in the main now, too.
Yeah. They're going to start killing these Marauders. Skyscraper needs to retreat. There's no turret, so he's going to need to burn a scan, but I don't think he has one. No, he does have one now. Taking a look at the upgrades, because that's a big deal as well. I mean, it's 3-1 to 1-1. And there's actually carriers on the way. I saw a game recently of, I think it was Goblin, using carriers in PvT in a pretty cool way. Just kind of having a hit squad of them. Oh, this counterattack on the inside. But this is just... Yeah, I'm really struggling to see how Skyscraper can pull this out. I mean, Amacho is maxed. He's literally sacking Zealots, right? Like...
What Skyscraper needs to do right now is he just needs to take everything, including all those SCVs, and go across the map right now.
Yeah, but 7 Templar with Storm, 2 Disruptors, 3 Colossus. This is a ground-based army that's not super well upgraded. And keep in mind, even if he wipes this army, with the amount of time he's given at Maho, who has 10 gates, could maybe afford a few more, he could just get another army. I mean...
That's a pretty scary-looking carrier skin. It's beefy.
Wait, where is it?
To the left of the Colossus.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is a really cool, especially with the yellow and black. That looks sick.
It looks like a murder hornet.
It looks like a murder hornet. Ooh, DT is running into the
But
natural once again.
DT is the natural. Skyscraper took out base up top. Let's see how this engagement the natural goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a path to victory here for Artarian. If Maho honestly screws up with his High Templar, you
Yeah.
know, he could win. I really want to see Ghosts. If
Yeah.
he has Ghosts and EMPs, all those, like, this army's dead.
Yeah, they are
Um,
very clustered up, too. I mean, 2 EMPs makes all the storms go away. He has reestablished this third base, and he's taking this very, very slow right now, is Skyscraper. My only concern, he has done a good job of taking out that top base, but if he allows Edmonto to just take the map, get Tempests, and just build that bank up, he's going to get into a position where Edmonto's just going to be like, all right, well, maybe the first army doesn't kill you, but the third one will. What league are the players? Every player is between. I think Edmaho is a diamond, but I think besides him, every player in this league or every player in this clan war is of Masters League. Yes, Skyscraper is M2, although his MMR believes dipped into M3 MMR right now. But
DT's in the third again.
yeah,
I think Skyscraper is just being a little too passive. Like I said, he needs to take everything and go across the map right now because you're not coming back from this. You're
yeah.
not going to out macro the
The
programs.
hole is getting only deeper and deeper at this point. Once again, though, a counterattack. It's going to clear out this base. Oh, a huge storm on all the bio, though. And here come the Tempests, actually, to help him ward this away. Looks like Skyscraper's going to use that as an opportunity to get this fourth while he pushes towards another base as well. But, I mean, there's so many cannons here defending. Like,
And across the map again.
yeah. And he's maxed, so he actually can't warp in Zealots to defend that. But here we go.
He
Carriers,
is recalling.
Tempest. Oh, he's recalling a lot of the AoE to kill that. And how many Vikings does he have? This might be Skyscraper's chance to try and jump on this. There's no storm here.
There's so many Tempests though.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? I think he just
I'm
gave
he's already
Edmaho
liberated.
too much time. The counterattacks have been so good for him, but Edmaho, his macro has been solid. He's been very, very patient. He hasn't taken any too risky engagements. He's played this out so well with the counterattacks as well, and he's reaping the rewards right now as his army is just vastly superior to his opponents. GG is called as Edmaho
Good
is
try.
going to take the first map.
Enjoy.
Well, that is a plan. Anyway, let's introduce our players here, Coda. Start us off.
All right. Spawning in the bottom left corner of the map gold wallet is Maho representing NovaX.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, representing Ris3n competitive, it is Ris3J. So Ris3J, another figure who he's played a decent amount for Ris3n competitive in the past, but this past alpha season and stuff, he was largely absent. He wasn't playing as much. But he messaged me, I think like a week or two ago. He's been getting back into things, wanting to compete in events again. And he's always been a really solid Terran. So I'm like, from what we see, man, there's been so many new faces around, and it's nice to see them strut their stuff a little bit for us, eh?
Definitely. I love the amount of people that we've had showing up here lately to do stuff with us. So it's gonna be good times.
Yeah, I want to see how Et Maho opens. Whenever you're playing in a clan war, um, and you have to play the same matchup back to back, I feel like it's always a calculation where you're like, well, I won, but he just watched his teammate play, and do I really want to do the same thing? So I'll be very interested to see if he kind of digresses from the style he did last time, or if he says, if it ain't broke, who am I to fix it?
True. That we will see. I'm also interested to see what happens here.
Actually, a Cyber before Nexus here, so a little bit of a safer opening as well. I'm not sure about the Reaper timings on this map, so that might be really smart, actually. Um, so, I mean, ultimately, it's not the biggest of deals. Your Cyber and your Adept are a little bit faster at the cost of getting that Nexus down just a teeny bit quicker.
Let's see what he makes, though. He hasn't made anything out of the gateway yet.
Oh, his pylon was a
He
little
was
late. He was waiting for it to finish it. Yep, there it goes. It's going to be an Adept. I feel like most Protoss players go Adept into Stalker. Um, you get the Adept, you zone away the Reaper, you go scout with the Adept while you build the Stalker behind it to play defense / start building up your Stalker count. Because I'll tell you what, Coda, you know what's the best thing in the world?
What?
Blinky boys.
No. You know
Blinky
what's better?
boys. Nothing.
Dead Protoss.
Wow. Okay, that got dark really quickly, Coda. Damn. Damn.
Dislike Protoss. I'm like 67 and 60% against Zerg and Terran, and then Protoss it's like 55. No.
As you can see, guys, my relationship with my co-caster, a tenuous one, for he likes me, but he hates my race. It's an awkward situation, okay? Um,
Very much so.
yeah, we
I have
generally just
to.
kind of brush over it and try not to mention it. But believe me, tensions are high behind the scenes. Why do you think he asked it if the overlay was up? Actually, whenever I put the overlay up and I'm off stream, Coda actually berates me and tells me I'm worthless because I play Protoss. Now, he probably won't admit to it, and you'll never hear it because he waits till the overlay's up, but that's just part and parcel of the abuse that I have to suffer every single day as a Protoss player.
Yes. I mean, no, I would never say anything bad about Revolt's Protoss, never. But if there was an overlay on, I would remind him that he's an awful person. Less than human for playing Protoss. I'm kidding. Respect to all you Protoss players out there. I can only do it if I cheese. I think my toss is at like 4.5. No, it's going to be 4.9 right now. And it's only because I cheese everybody.
Coda's like, I still love you, you little shits. But, so, back on topic, we are seeing a divergence in opening here from at Maho. No Stargate this time, going directly into Blink and a Robo, so a much more standard opener, I want to say here from him. And it's one that sets him up quite well. Once again, we're going to see that third base go down at 4:30, and this first real big test is about to hit him in this mine drop. And if he handles this well, he's sitting pretty. If he doesn't, he could be in a lot of trouble. But this observer is going to give him a little bit of early warning. And here
Yep.
we go.
But he's not
Oh, no
reacting
pull.
to it. He didn't see it.
Oh, the pull is a little bit late.
Oh, no.
The splits. 4 go down. That could have
Ooh.
been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. Wait, where'd the medevac go? Okay, there's the medevac. He will get out with 2 mines. That's important. It's really, really nice if you can keep that medevac alive. It's a constant counterattacking threat. It means he has to keep stalkers at home, keep an eye on the mini-map for it. So I'd say that's like kind of even, right?
Double
Like,
Forge not going for Protoss.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
when you do
you're
a
right.
build like that, like I feel like you're trying to get like 4 to 6 probes for it to be worth it, you know?
I'll be honest, it's worth it if the Protoss stays at home.
Yeah,
Even
that's
if you do
true.
nothing.
That's true. And actually, these stalkers are moving out. This could provide Ris3n with an opportunity to move out once again, or move back in with the Widowmine drop, I should say. And there is a Cyclone, a Raven this time. And whenever I see a Raven, I always feel like we're going to see a
Whoa.
push at the third. What?
Mech. Mech from
Mech, dude.
Ris3n.
Mech, I love it. I love it, dude. We've seen TY pull out some TVP Mech of late, and it looked so cool. I'm with it. Oh, he's going to get another Observer. That's so good. At
Oh,
Maho,
that.
yeah, and Maho wants to blink into the main, and that just gets shut down completely.
No blink for you, Protoss. How do you feel now?
Oh, I feel sad for my
Ugh.
Blinky boys, dude. My poor, poor Blinky boys.
No upgrade snipes for you. Oh, never mind. Here comes another observer.
Yeah. Oh, but he can only blink half of them in. And I think there's enough Marines here. He's just going to clear out all of these Stalkers, and that's not worth it at all. He got the Cyclone, but he lost about half his Stalkers for a Cyclone and some Marines.
He did get to identify that this is mech, though.
Yeah.
He has seen.
And there's oh wait, the wine drop came back in. It got 7 more kills. I missed that. Sorry
Nice.
guys. And there's a couple kind of schools of thought for facing mech as Protoss. Oh, risky blinks.
Risky blink did not pay off.
Yeah.
Protoss really hasn't dropped any production. I don't know what he's gonna do. He's still on the
Yeah,
3 gold
here's the
base.
gateway explosion. I think that he got a little tunnel visioned on the aggression there with the stalkers. Um, but we're seeing him add in that extra production now. And that's what I was saying. There's really 2 schools of thought for how you want to go about this. Um, you totally can, and it's a little bit late now, but you totally can just say, I'm going to get like 10 gateways on 3 bases. I'm going to get Archons, Immortals, and a lot of Blinks, Blinky Boys, and Chargy Boys, and I'm just going to try and bust you before the tank count gets high. But we've also seen other Protoss players like Stats kind of go about it in a more methodical, play the long game, get a maneuverable army, take good fights. Um, so I feel like Mech versus Protoss is weird, but it's actually formed kind of a dynamic meta of late.
I don't know how I feel about it on this map, honestly. Mech here. Like, it's weird because you get the bottom half of the map split from the top, which can benefit the mech player, but like it's also still so big. You really need to be doing run bys and stuff with Hellions to get real value.
Yeah, he had to recall an observer there for this like 0 health Banshee that just got 7 kills, and it's going to get a few more before the observer catches it. Doesn't get any more, but still runs in with the Banshee, gets 7 probe kills, and right now we have a Mech Terran at a worker lead and an army lead. That's a scary spot to be in as the Protoss player.
True that.
Especially since taking a look at these bases, I mean, there's a Raven down at the 3rd, there's sensor towers, missile turrets, the kind of DT plays, which were really cool that we saw from Maho last game, aren't going to be nearly as effective with Ris3n having his defenses set up. Two Banshees at a time, and well, what's the upgrade? You're the Terran player. What's the upgrade for Banshee speed?
With the
Hyperflight
hyperflight?
rotors. Got it. I thought of it.
Yeah.
Hyperflight rotors. Still got it, dude. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Did you know that?
Yes. That's the only reason we keep you around, though.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
If anyone else bothered to memorize the names of the upgrades, it'd be like, all right, get the fuck out, Revolt. We're done with you.
6 more probes go down. 7.
Yeah, I mean, these Banshees are paying for themselves very much so. And Banshee speed isn't even finished, and once it is, I feel like they're going to be even more of a thorn in the Protoss' side here. As he's getting pulled to and fro by these Banshees, and all behind this, Ris3n's economy is just growing and growing and growing. A 4th base with a planetary now on the way. At Maho, it looks like is going to try and do the big gateway bust. But if Ris3n kind of gets all of his forces together, I feel like it's too late for him. Though he does need to get his forces together.
Yes, he does. There's so little at this bottom base. This could be punished really hard right now.
Yeah, I really want to see a lot of these tanks move down here for Ris3n. He's got the wall up that will give him some time to do it, but here we go. So much of the army is still in the main, or in the natural.
But he's going to run through all these Hellbats and firing lines and tanks. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he's going to clear out this first part, but behind this, Banshees are clearing out his 4th and probably his 3rd soon as well. And now here come the rest of the tanks. They're going to blow up the rest of this army.
Oh, DT's on the planetary fortress.
Oh, that's such a smart play. And suddenly, Edmahu's at a supply lead. This game turned around very quickly. A lot of units still here for Edmahu. Yeah. Now he can retreat to these 2 tanks. That'll help.
That's not going to be enough. This is it.
Oh, here we go. It looks like these observers are going to get picked off by the turret. GG is called, though, at Maho from the Jaws stream. But without further ado, we are now loaded in to game number 3. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner here on Everdream. It's the orange Zerg player from Ris3n Competitive. the ex-captain of the team, it's Angel.
Yes, with a pool going down already. Spawning in the top right-hand corner, it is the yellow Protoss at Maho representing NovaX.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, we've seen Ed Maho's PVT is very strong. We're gonna get to take a look at his PVZ now, but maybe not. Is Angel throwing down a 12 pool here? And I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen much of his gameplay, but this surprises me. From what Eternal told me, Angel's largely a macro Zerg player. Um, I think 12 pool is the worst CVP strategy I've ever seen. I don't know, dude. I would tend to like 14-14 a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, this certainly can throw off his opponent a little bit here. Now, Edmaho is going to scout, and if he's playing it smart here, he is going to notice the pool timing and the drone count to know that it's not a 14 pool. This is definitely a 12 pool. Subtle but important difference.
It looks like he's going to drone behind it, as there are now drones in the production tab.
Yep. Or at least one.
And he has a drone across the map now, too, to help maybe disrupt the wall. That's really smart.
Oh, I really like that play. He's going to actually fight the probe, too. And remember, one drone will beat one probe in a one-on-one fight.
Another probe does come down. He's got to keep this one. Oh, extractor. That's a bold Nexus going down. He doesn't have enough to finish that wall right now.
Oh, no, he doesn't. And he does not want to let these lings get onto the pylon. And there's it. There it is. Wow. There's the hatchery. So this is all going to...
tight.
Oh, but the probe goes up and scouts it right away, too. So he knows about this. And I feel like we really need to see at Maho use that Zealot to zone the lings off a little bit to buy time for him to get an Adept. He is supply blocked. He can't build an Adept. That's a disaster. If this Zealot goes down, he can build an Adept then, but he's going to lose his gateway, I think.
Plot twist. Killing the Adept was big brain play.
Or the Zealot. Yeah. It lets him get the Adept, certainly. Yeah, he's going for the Cyber. I think he would have been better off focusing down that gateway, actually, because I don't think he's going to be able to get this Cyber, and the proxy hatch is going to get shut down pretty hard.
Now he is even again on workers.
He didn't cancel the hatch. He didn't cancel the proxy hatch.
Oh, that's painful.
That's very painful.
I was about to say how great this looks right now for Angel because he's on 2 base and Protoss canceled his expansion, but he lost the hatchery.
Yeah, I mean, if he cancels that and he can build his own 3rd base, I agree. He's in a good spot, but now I feel like things are looking very, very rough here for a Zerg player. Twilight going down now, and if I were at Maho, I mean, you've kind of got your choice of follow-ups here. You can do a 2-base all-in if you want, knowing that your Zerg player is not on the economy that he should be on in a normal game, or you can just say, hey, I'm just going to play normal, get my quick 3rd up. Games like these, the world is your oyster a little bit.
True. He does see the Twilight Council, so he knows that potential for BTs or Blinky Boys is going to be an option.
Yeah, but still, I mean, the Twilight, it doesn't, like, there's a lot of strats you can do off Twilight, right? There's Gladept plays, which are very, very popular right now. There's, like, the High Templar Archon drop that it can be, or there's, like, a charge slot all-in. Now, it looks like it is a Gladept play, but just seeing that Twilight does not give him all the scouting info that he needs here. This Stalker, not going to let these lings in either, and I don't know, dude. I'm starting to get a little bit worried here for Angel. Now, Edmaho did cut probe production for a very long time. His probe count is looking a little bit weak, but if he can get in with these 2 Adepts and follow up with Glaives, he could get a lot of economic damage done.
As he can. Now they're in the main. There's nothing in the main right now, so it's just 4 drones getting shot at and whatnot.
Yeah, there's the pull away. Once again, the Shade going to take him back, and he's actually going to get out here. Now, Ling Speed is just starting, right? So he's not going to be able to run these down anytime soon. And 3 drones and I think a Ling or 2. This is a great trade if you get out with the Adepts. That's a great trade.
3 HP on one of those, yeah. Good trade for Maho.
Yeah, and in fact, it's not even a trade. A trade implies that he lost something, and all he lost was HP, no units.
True that. Good old Protoss shields that regenerate.
Yeah, I mean, you need something if we don't have auto regen or medevacs, or repair.
You have shield batteries, it's okay.
Yeah,
actually, real talk, if they were to reduce the regeneration rate and keep the shield battery exactly how it is, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if they were to take one attack away from the Marine and change nothing else, I'd be okay with that. I'd just be okay with it. Just nerf it down a little bit, just a tad bit.
Stim pack heals instead of
Stiff
causing
back
damage.
heals. It's like the one from the campaign. Like, here we go.
Um,
4 Gladeps moving out into War Prism, and it's actually Blink following it up. I really, really, really am interested here. Now, previously I was of the opinion that Blink Stalker's totally stuck in PvZ. Then I watched some of RNG Pro, our high Grandmaster players, using some Blink strategies, and I was like, oh, wait, maybe it doesn't sometimes. So
yeah,
now
it's
I'm
pretty
at,
good actually.
yeah, now I'm at maybe it doesn't sometimes. And what I've learned from testing it out for myself is it kind of depends on the army comp of your opponent. If they get up those Lings, the Ling Ravager army, they're going to outscale a Blink timing pretty quickly. Now, he is following this up with his Immortals and a third base, so it's not just going to be a pure Blink timing. But if your opponent tunnel visions on Roaches especially, Blinky boys, man, they do pretty well.
True that. So there's some adepts at the third base covering that, so that's safe for the moment. Some adepts rolled into the third though. There are Zerglings here,
Yeah.
so these boys are gonna get shot at.
Cancels the shade, and it looks like he's just going to be content to clear out these Zerglings. So far, I feel like Edmaho, his macro, has slipped a little bit, but his like positioning and his decision-making in this game has been absolutely excellent.
I agree. He's getting a lot of value for his adepts. He does see the roaches though, and was that a prism that just?
I think it was the
Nice.
prism that just went down.
Wow, that's
And
kind of a big
now
deal.
we're gonna have a scary moment here for Etmaho. The army supply is absolutely massive for the Zerg player. And the Protoss is still establishing the third base. There's no batteries up. He doesn't have a crazy high sentry count. And actually, he lets Lings into the main as well. Oh, if he gets that immortal,
Oh,
that's really
he
good.
pulled
He's not
everything
going
away
to,
from
yeah.
the third.
Yeah, and in the background, his third's dead. Okay, that is dead. He's never gonna save that
Uh,
in a million years. Um, and I don't think he really wants to try because he can't engage this army. Um, which puts him in a bit of a dicey spot. He can kind of build up his immortal count, try and retake it, but actually Angel's going to look for the fight here a little bit. Ooh, almost segments off a lot of those roaches, but Angel squeaks through. And I feel like he's looking really good right now. He's got an army to dissuade the Protoss from taking a third. I really think we want to see him power out
I
like
think Protoss is dead.
yeah, oh yeah, he might just be dead. Yeah, I think he is just dead.
There's no warp prism.
No, there's not. He just surrounds this. There go the Immortals. There go the Sentries. Angel had a little bit of a rocky start to the game, but at this point, he is in an absolutely commanding position. Still though, man. 55 rounds. Pump those numbers up. Pump those numbers up. Let's get some 70 drones up in here. There we go. More drones in the production tab. More Lings, +2. All the good stuff. All the fixins. And yeah, this is a really, really dicey spot for the Protoss because you can't engage, and the army's in your face. So you can't push out, and you can't expand. So it's like, what do? What do now?
Sounds like you just die.
Yeah, I think you do just die. Um, actually, look
I'm
at
starting to
these
get
army
paranoid.
flanking here by Angel, feinting on one side while he pushes in on the other. Here comes a full surround with all the units. And yeah,
Well
there's
done.
Blink, but there's not enough force fields. He's out on top of everything. And at Maho, he has done very well for himself here in this clan war. But I think that this is going to be it for him. Even a drone. Look at that bloodthirsty drone getting in on the action. He's like, yeah, I want to kill some Protoss too. Yeah.
Yeah. So immortals without a warp prism are actually just mortals. That is all.
That's true, kid. They do not return to serve, They just serve and die.
Yes.
Spire coming up behind this for Angel as well. It looks like that's going to be his choice as kind of the dagger in the heart if Maho stays alive. Even dropping 2 roaches into the main here. Gonna pick off some probes. Hive, 4th base up mining. I mean,
Yeah, he's just doing all the things he needs to do. You know, he knows he has the game won. Just don't do something silly to throw it.
yep. And I can empathize with Edmajo's struggle here. 1 Immortal plus War Prism is better than 2 Immortals. Yeah, I mean, War Prism is such a good micro tool that it's you know, almost impossible to underrate its usefulness in situations like this.
When there's a warp prism on the map, there's still hope.
Or over
The
it.
game is never over.
Yeah, though this one is. Yamaha, he's built himself up a big army once again, but I mean, Angel's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And he's just going to go do the same move again to cancel the 3rd.
Let's see how these force fields do this time.
Yeah, he doesn't have a ton of them, though. He's got, I
Warp
think,
prism
4.
is on the way. There is still a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
But it's going not where his army is, so chances.
And I actually don't really like these Mutalisks. I mean, it's a 2-base Zerg, or Protoss. You don't really need to dagger him in the heart. I kind of feel like I would prefer, like, Lurkers or something, but...
Oh yeah, that would be probably a more stable answer.
But at the same time, I guess what he's saying is like, hey man, if he really pushes out, I just counterattack him and I win a base race anyway, except Mutalisk. So, huge drop here from Angel, about to go into the main base. That's going to be a little bit awkward.
DT Shrine is on the way. It's probably gonna warp in at the warp prism.
Probably, if he can afford it, because now there's about 15 to 20 roaches in his main.
He's struggling to decide what to do.
Yeah, because I feel like he knows. I mean, this is such a classic maneuver, right? He's like, oh, okay, I know that there's... Oh, he's attacking his own Nexus! Okay. He knows that there's a counterattack coming at the 3rd, and he actually does a really good job of splitting up his forces. I just don't know if he has enough forces overall.
Well, all these melee units, it's going to come down right now to these force fields.
Yeah.
Angel wins the battle in the main, and he wins the battle at the...
Natural, yeah. Or at the 3rd, yeah. And that's both the battles and the game. GG is called. Angel takes a map back, and it is...
Play like Maru, more like eat like Maru.
Truth.
Alright, so spawning in the top left corner, it is the green Protoss representing NovaX. It is Nujaboom with a probe already on the way across the map.
And down in the bottom right-hand corner, the yellow Zerg player, it is Angel. See, that's weird. You would go Nujua Boom. I would say NJW Boom. I think we condense it down for the ease of casting, and we decide on either NJW or Boom. What do you think?
I'm just gonna call him Boom.
I'm like Boom, dude. I like Boom. Not to be confused with Boom, the streamer. Different person. But for the sake of clarity, we're gonna go with Boom here, just so we don't have to say NJW Boom every time we want to talk about the fun and cool things that he's doing. But yeah, there's the hatch first here from Angel. It's not going to be an opening similar to one that he saw, and you know that that Boom was looking for it, right? Whenever you see someone do that build, you're like, all right, I need to make sure I don't get hit with that. But his scouting yields what appears to be a regular play from his opponent, and he's going to be safe to get his Nexus after Gateway here.
What if you just stole all 4 gases whenever you identify a hatch first Zerg, and then you just fly away into the night?
Well, after that you steal the first gas, they're going to block you from the second one. And it's not economically viable to do that because you delay your own Nexus so much that they could just go gasless and go Queen heavy. So like, and then just kill it with their first 2 lings. So in concept, I feel like that's something that would be like, whoa, how do I stop that? In like Platinum League. But against Masters players, not going to be effective.
Hey, anything's possible, man.
This wall-off concerns me here for Boom. Now, to be fair, there's no Overlord sitting right above it, But I look at this wall off, and I see that there's a pylon in it. And if there's a pylon in your wall off, I feel like you're asking to get Baneling busted. Now, Baneling busts typically are not great in PvZ. And the reason for that is that often, by the time it hits, there's a stalker in the wall, and you have to either blow up a stalker, maybe a stalker with a shield battery, or a gateway or a cyber. Those are hard buildings to blow up. You know what is easy to blow up with Banelings? A pylon. You know what powers your production facilities? A pylon. And I feel like if Angel had seen this, we might actually see him just do a rapid transition into a build like that. But this is actually a super quick lair we're seeing from him.
Oh. Yes, yes, it is. I don't know much about this matchup, to be honest, so I don't really know why you would go for that quick of a lair.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to see. If we take a look at the gas count, he's only got one down. I don't suspect it's going to be a Spire play. I think a blind Spire play would be pretty risky in general also. Ooh, Boom's actually going to get 2 drones, it looks like. 3 drones? 3 drones? 4 drones, maybe? 3 drones. That's still really good value for 1 Adept. And he scouts the lair. There are a lot of, like, quick Nidus Ling builds you can do. So, given his gas count, that wouldn't shock me. And I think that's really all it could be at this point. He doesn't have the gas to do roaches or a roach warrant. It Dropper Lords?
Doing a Dropper Lord.
Dropper Lords?
Guess that's more efficient than a Nidus?
It's something, dude. I don't know. I don't know. This is gross, dude. This hurts my little Protoss heart. Oh, my goodness. It's going to load up and go into the main. And keep in mind, 16 Lings can wipe a mineral line very, very quickly. He's going to rotate around, actually, and try and pick off these Adepts as well.
Yeah, there's only 1 Immortal here at home right now.
Yeah, and here come the Lings. Damage is going to start getting
off
done.
The wall. That's it, man.
Is it? I mean, keep in mind, Angel's doing this off of 23 workers. He needs to get a lot of damage done, but I think he's going to. The wall is open, and yeah, you're right. There's the shield battery out of energy. Immortal goes down, and probes are just going to start dying left and right. Too much damage has been done. And when there's Lings attacking from both sides of your wall, you know you're in trouble. Angel, with a crazy build here, is going to take his 3rd victory. 3rd? 2nd? Oh, no, 2nd. I have the score incorrect. This is... If he wins this, it's 2-2. This is 2-1. I apologize. I'm not thinking. Just Nidus with the Dropper Lords is marching me out. I like where your head's at. That sounds really cool. GG is called Captain Newbie for the follow.
Go, Captain Newbie. You're a G. All right, well, since they lose, I think that's where we're at this point. Spawning in the top left corner, representing NovaX, it is Imagine.
And down in the bottom right-hand corner, representing Ris3n Competitive, it is Angel.
With a pool.
With a pool. All right, I'm starting to think that Eternal might have lied to me. Because he told me, because Angel was going to be in my RSL group at one point before Kyojin switched me out, and I was like, how does he play? Give me the lowdown here. I want to get ready. No, I didn't end up going in that group, but he told me, he's like, yeah, he's a Zerg player, pretty much exclusively macro. And I was like, okay, cool. Cheesy Zerg scare me. And to be fair, we saw Angel play. He's clearly very, very confident, or confident and competent in the mid game. But we've seen some cheeky boy builds. And you know what? I love to see that out of players. Having the ability to diversify how you play and throw your opponent off is very important. But once again, we know that Eternal's a liar sometimes.
Yeah, Eternal is just prepping you up to get slapped around a little bit. You're going to go Nexus first thinking, yeah, exclusively macro.
Exclusively macro. And that's when you get the 12 pull hits. I'm just like, I'm exclusively screwed. Like,
yes. So Imagine did go hatch first, but it's a really cheeky hatch first. Very quick. I think he did it, 14,
14, which is also an aggressive play here. And I actually think this lines up very, very well for Imagine. Typically, when you have 2 people doing aggressive builds, the person who does it slightly less aggressively is better off, right? Because A, he's going to have defender's advantage, and B, he's going to have a small drone lead, as we see reflected in the 16-12 drone advantage. Now, Angel's going to hit here, not expecting the pool to be probably finishing soon to now, and the
I
pool
think
is
he has a
done.
build order win.
Yeah, I think he kind of does have a build order win. Imagine's just going to stall for time here. Now their lings are out. And Angel's in a world of pain here. He's going to be able to pick off, it looks like, at least 1 or 2 workers here. That's nice. Let's see how many he
Yeah,
ends up getting. 2. Can he get a third? Nope, just 2. And yeah, this is absolutely fantastic for Imagine, who now not only has a laying advantage, he's got speed halfway done. And there's no gas down for Angel. Picks up a third drone. Might even get a fourth. That's nice. Does get a fourth. Okay, so good job there by Angel. He secures himself a drone lead, but the question is can you hold this counterattack? Now he's very intelligently getting 2 spines, but a
yes.
lot of speedlings are going to hit him real soon here, and he's going to have queens, slowlings, and spines to defend this. So it could get dicey for him here.
I like this position for him though. I really do. Zerg's purple is. I think he's just gonna try to power out lings and go. And having 2 spines already plus queens, like I think you're in a good spot.
Yeah, especially if he gets these queens in position on the ramp to not allow him to run in here. He's going to try and run by. The queens are here. The spines are landed, and yeah, that's a great deflection by Angel. You don't want to chase. You don't want to chase off creep. Your links are slower. Oh no, he's going to get his links caught. That's really, really, really unfortunate. But he forces it back. He might even be able to kill an Overlord here as well. And now both players are back to droning.
Yeah, no gas mining. Excuse me, 1 gas mining for Imagine at the moment. Oh, and no gas mining at all for Angel. That's good
Well,
stuff.
he just double gassed. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
2 base, Broodlord Queen Nidus. Like a real build. I have done it. It works.
Does it though? Ooh,
Yeah.
great drone pickoffs. This time here by Imagine, who now resecures his own drone lead. I feel like I want to see one of these spines get moved to the other side to prevent him from shutting down the mineral line. Oh, he's actually going to get this round of the queen. That's going to die. Lings kill things so fast, dude. Holy shit.
They do. These little run-ins, hit-and-run squad of Zerglings from Imagine is just getting so much value.
Yeah, now Imagine is up 4 workers. He sees the lair go down. He's sitting pretty right now.
How does he react to that, though? He's got a Balius on the way, and he's building Zerglings. Does he
I think he's
go
just
all
gonna try
in?
and bust him. Yeah, Roach Warren on the way now. It looks like he's gearing up for probably a 2-base Roach play. Maybe with a Nidus Worm, but
I don't think I like what Imagine's doing here. I think this is the wrong play.
I don't know. If he can get those Banelings onto the spine. The spines are the only things keeping Angel safe right now.
Yeah, but they're split up enough that I don't know, man. I think he's gonna.
Yeah, but if he can blow one of them up, his Ling count is going to be huge, and there's no Banelings here for Angel. I think if he goes now, he can do this.
Oh no!
One of the spines is unburrowed. I think that's a death sentence here for Angel, who's going to try and get a transfuse down. One spine gets blown up, the other one's getting transfused, but he's out of transfuse. It's going to die. And at the very least, the natural is going to get ransacked. At the most, he's going to lose everything. Yeah. Yeah, actually.
This is a hold. This is a hold.
It is. Now, it is a hold on a lower drone count than his opponent.
It is, but he's got the tech advantage. Imagine just now finally saturating his gas. He's been mining off with 1 drone this entire time on that gas.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, the army advantage is pretty in his favor as well, 24-8. Yeah, huh. Imagine going out to take the 3rd base right now. There's the Nidus Worm. So it's going to be, as I had kind of suspected, the Nidus attack here. Ten more drones as well on the way. And there's going to be a window here for Angel. I mean, that army supply is hugely in his favor. If he can get a Nidus off in a good spot,
Yeah,
he's going to have an army
right
lead.
now.
Yeah, it's going to be on the low ground. Okay. But if he gets it on the natural, and he kills the Roach Warren,
That's it.
yeah, I mean, it certainly makes things very, very difficult. Now, Imagine's got these links here. that are pretty much uncontested, but he knows he's got to bring them home. He's going to need every bit of army supply that he has. 4 roaches on the way out here for him. But there's a big queen roach army about to hit him right in the face, and oh, he doesn't have the units here right now. These queens provide so much utility for the defense, and there he goes. He's going to attack the roach warren. I think he needs to target that down. Let as few roaches as possible get out here. Let's see. He got 6 out with 5 more on the way, so it's going to be 11.
Some of them are in the natural, though, so they're just going to get picked off.
Yeah. Here he goes. He's pulling some of the drones here. We need to have good transfuses here from Angel. Let's see. The drone count, once again, hugely in Imagine's favor, but the supply is even. That means that the army supply very much in his favor, but he needs to kill him here, and I don't think he has enough to do that. I think Imagine might just have too much now. He's killed 14 workers. Oh, actually, there's no third. There's no third from Imagine. Okay.
Wow.
So he kills 15 workers.
Imagine is still up on workers.
Yeah.
With +1 attack, almost done.
Yeah. Oh, he needs to
Wow.
get these last 2 drones. Okay, he does. He does. He gets 2 more drones. That's big. 17 going down in total. So they're about even on the drone count. +1 will be completed. That means his roaches are going to be more efficient. But roach speed on the way here for Angel, that's going to allow his army to have a level of mobility between the Nidus and the roaches that Imagine isn't really going to be able to match. But if, I mean, upgrade advantages are really, really big whenever you have the same units. They're big in marine battles. They're big in roach battles. They're big in PvP battles. Feel like that's
true.
like the longer the game goes here. Imagine if he can get any kind of a roach count up and is at +2 to nothing. I mean, his roaches are just going to be flatly a lot better than Angel's.
And he's got +2 on the way, like you said. I mean, there's not even an Evo chamber right now for Angel. He's in Imagine's corner. He just needs not to throw.
Yeah, I think Angel's best bet here is throwing down another Nidus and trying to use hit and run tactics, maybe take out this third base. Actually, oh, there he goes.
There it is.
I'm so smart, Coda.
So smart. His units aren't even in the Nidus, though.
That's less smart, but there he goes. He's bringing some of them there.
He needs to take all of them.
Yeah, I think he does
can
as
kill
well.
the Zerg right now if he fucking has all the everything there.
And here we go. Some of them coming out. He's going to clear out these lings before he brings the rest of them home, it looks like. But that's going to deny him that opportunity. All the roaches escape, but the Nidus get shut down. And Imagine's going to start mining on this third base. Angel cannot allow him to continue to... 4 banelings. 4 banelings.
Slow Overlord baneling drop.
Oh, he says, you're going to baneling drop my... Overlord drop my teammates? I'm going to Overlord drop you. And this could absolutely gut the already small economy of Angel here. Let's see. Here we go. Will Angel be able to react in time? He doesn't see it. 10 drones go down. 10 drones. That takes him to 14. And now Angel is completely all in. He's got to kill him right here, right now. +2 about to finish for Imagine. And Angel just does not have enough. Too many roaches here by Imagine. It looked dicey for him for a moment, but Imagine had too much. Takes game. From what game?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, dude, I'm not hip with the Yu-Gi-Oh memes, dude.
Bro, I used to play that all the time in middle school. But alright. Spawning in the top left-hand corner, representing Ris3n Competitive, it is our ace, Swarmonomics.
And down in the bottom right-hand corner, showcasing some very, very solid CVZ in that last map, it is Imagine.
Cannot believe you didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! When you were in middle school. What's wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
There was a whole table at lunch, which was just nothing but people playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And our lunches were an hour long, so you best bet we had some games going.
We were playing so much Yu-Gi-Oh, my man.
It actually wasn't uncool in the school that I went to for half of my 6th grade year in middle school. I moved around a lot to be fucking doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Middle of the day. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 would Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. And it's going to be a 14-14 once again here from Imagine. Swarm opting for the hatch first. So we're going to have to see how he handles that. Again, Angel went into that with certainly a build order disadvantage. But Imagine played him out pretty well. He didn't get overwhelmed. We saw those counterattacks with the Lings getting him so much value. But the ball is going to be in Imagine's court a little bit here to get damage done. When you sacrifice those early drones for a faster speed, faster Lings, right, you don't do that to do nothing with them, obviously. So the impetus here is going to be on our purple Zerg to try and make something happen against an absolutely beastly defensive Zerg player.
So I'll be honest. I think I once upon a time did this against Swarm because I played in a ZVZ for some crazy reason, and he killed me.
Yeah, well, I mean, you were never going to beat Swarm in ZVZ, bro.
That's true.
In TVZ, yeah, on a good day, you can definitely take Swarm. In ZVZ, I think
No.
not. I think not, my friend.
But PVZ though, I'll proxy 3-gate you.
Don't at me. Very fast +1 coming in here for Swarm. I love seeing builds like this. They typically rely on heavy Ling styles, often transitioning into Mutaplay. And if you get, I mean, we talked about how important upgrades were a little bit last game, especially on, wait, he canceled it. Oh, okay, he read the build, and he canceled it to get a Baneling Nest. Okay. He wanted the gas for Banes. That makes sense. He'll probably still get it later on anyway. But, I mean, we talked about how important upgrades are, especially on units like Zerglings that attack very quickly. Remember, each time you attack, you get the benefit of having +1 attack, obviously. So the faster a unit attacks, the more it will typically benefit from having an attack upgrade. And I'll tell you what, Coda, Zerglings attack pretty quick, Lester.
Yes, they do. I hate them.
And here we go. Imagine had hid his Zerglings to the best of his ability, and they are now moving out across the map. Baneling Nest almost done here from Swarm, who's got Queens and a Spine and soon-to-be Banelings. I mean, he's supply blocked. That sucks, but I feel like he's got all the tools that he wants to defend this here. Once this Spine finishes, Imagine's going to try and take the engagement, but as soon as these Banes are done, this gets way more complicated for him. As these Banelings can just zone these Lings all day long.
Yep.
Once the Spine comes down to the
right
natural, too, yeah, like, he's going to have a super anchored defense.
Ooh,
can't let him do that, Swarm. You can't let him do that. So he's actually
gonna
run. Yeah, gonna run into the main.
And try to pick off some workers. He cleans those up.
And once again, his own speed is almost done now. And with the Spine here, you can't really do the one Zergling run-in anymore because Spines with Ling will one-tap another Ling. But actually, Imagine's ahead on workers right now. Swarm powering on the Lings, though. Powering on the Lings. So it looks like we're going to see some counter-attacking here from Swarm. He's actually zoning these Lings away.
And this is being made by Imagine.
Yeah, that's really important.
So Swarm's going all in here. He says, all right, man, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. He's going to start attacking those
He sees all the Banelings.
Yeah, that's important. He's going to pick off one of them. 8 Banes on the way here for Swarm. That's a lot of Banelings. He's going to come in here. He might be able to get a Queen. That's a nice... Oh, no, going to be forced back. And now these Lings are trapped. These Lings are trapped. He can't get out. Just...
Oh, my goodness.
But here come the Banes, his own Banes. Going to kill 5 drones.
Yes.
And now here come 8 more. He's going to get this Queen. Oh, this is such a weird micro dance here. Oh, I can't really tell who's ahead right now. It's so weird. 2 Banes are going to try and... Oh, 3 Banes blow up so much. Okay.
The Swarm's Banelings are in the main.
Oh,
drones are running everywhere.
Okay.
And there's more Zerglings in the natural.
Yeah, okay. I think Swarm has gotten enough damage done. He kills 14 workers. He's got 22 Lings on the way. I think he just wants to get out of dodge at this point. Oh, he's got one more Baneling. He could have killed another drone with that, but... Oh, he's going to, yeah. Oh, he actually kills a lot of the larvae. That's pretty cool.
He's running back 5 to snipe the
low
HP.
Drones. Yeah. Swarm, you dog. You dog. And actually, battles happening all over the field here as Zerglings just engaging each other everywhere. But Swarm, he's coming in for round 2, and Imagine got reduced to 11 workers, and he's being forced to constantly make Banes and Lings. and Swarm is just going to wear him down. A war of attrition, and when you've got a bigger economy, you can build more. You will win the war of attrition if you trade even remotely well. And here we go. 2 Banelings looking for the connections they can get. Actually
Oh,
cancels all
ouch.
those. That's really good.
Yeah,
But
but
that
that's
leaves
it.
him
He
without
doesn't have any
Banes,
Banes.
yeah. And 3 Banes here from Swarm mean he can just say, hey, hey, you can't fight me. Hey, you can't fight me. I got Banes. Yeah. This time he's going to cancel the Banes of... Banes trading
And he's
against
got
Banes
so
is
many
so
more
weird.
Banes coming
Yeah.
in now, too.
Yeah, here we go. He can probably just blow up everything here if he wants to with Banelings. The Lings of
Yeah,
Imagine
he's
get zoned. The drones get picked off. He's trying to get more Banes up for himself, but his drone count has just been decimated. And Swarm says, you know what? We're going to go to an ace match here. As Imagine, he played a great game against Angel. He acquitted himself very well against Swarm. But at the end of the day, this series was destined to go to an ace match, and go to one we shall.
That is correct. We are down to 4 drones for Imagine.
Yeah. And most of them are attacking and not mining. So that's a problem.
Yes.
GG's called these eyes. All right. Here we go. We're loaded into Everdream here. It's going to be our climactic match here. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, representing NovaX. It's the Teal Protoss, Ophthalmologist.
And spawning in the top right corner, coming in as a blue Zerg, it is Swarmonomics, representing Ris3n Competitive.
So can we agree to just call him Octo?
Yeah, sure.
For the sake of
Octo.
Octo. Yeah, just it's easy like Octo's going in with a drop, or instead ophthalmologist is going in with you know. I feel like I'll get tongue tied when I try and talk quickly. You know,
Too many syllables, man. Don't need to
too
do that.
many syllables. Okay, I'm not. So I would just call him Swarm. You know, it's easier.
True that.
Or Swarmanicasio, one of the two, but never Swarmonomics. You know.
Looking pretty standard from both players so far.
Yes, it is. Which I'm down with. Let's get ourselves a nice macro-y boy game for game number 7. You know.
Looks like we're gonna have Nexus before Cyber
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
standard. Yep. If you can get away with it and there's no early pool, certainly something you want to do as a Protoss. And it's what he's going to do here. He's scouted. He knows he can do this safely, and he will.
Yep. He knows he's safe. He's good.
He's done the ocular pat down of the Zerg base. Yeah, I mean, Everdream, I feel like, is a pretty standard map here. I don't feel like it's like especially hard for Protoss to hold a third on or anything. There's a fairly extensive amount of counterattacking paths. Personally, I think it's one of the better maps of the current pool. What do you think about it?
I agree. Out of all the new maps that they brought, I think it's the only one that's not garbage.
What were the new ones
Purity,
that they brought?
Purity
Purity
Golden.
Golden Wall and this one? Yeah.
But they're
Yeah.
like, guys, we really like the state of the current map balance, and it's because we think. I'm just like, no, no.
Yeah, I mean it's a difficult thing to strike correctly because on one hand, I do think that there's room for cool and creative maps in play. I do. You know, not every map has to be I'm Mr. Vanilla Joe macro map. But you know, there is a point where you get a map, and I don't want to hate on Zen or the maker of Zen too much, but like you get a map like Zen that's just like so weird that nobody likes it, and then everybody just bans it, and it just doesn't get played.
Yep.
And when a map doesn't get played, when you do see it in competitive play, people do throwaway cheese strategies because they don't know how to play it because they haven't played it.
Yeah, because it's just such a weird map. I mean, it's cool to bring out something weird like that, but don't have 3 out of the 7 maps in the pool be weird maps like
Yeah.
Purity, Golden Wall, and fucking Zen.
Yeah, I
Like,
think I agree, right? Like, if we had one or even two, right? And to be fair, you can still ban those 3 maps, but, like, I feel like there's room for one kind of uh, strange map there where you can kind of see if you
yeah,
get a gem. Because you know what? Sometimes you get you throw a weird map in there, and it becomes kind of a cult gem, you know, where you're like, okay, you know, it's weird, but, you know, we like it. I just don't feel that Zen certainly has not fit that mold. Purity, I don't think it hasn't either. Golden Wall started to look interesting, but still is kind of a little gimmicky. But anyway,
yeah.
talking about this game, Roach Warren is almost done. Swarm still
Oh
has
no.
guess and guess.
So big thing to point out. Um, he doesn't see all these gateways. He scouted and was warded away, and
Yeah,
then left.
but to be fair, he's got OV speed, so he can totally go back in. Because I mean, this is 6 gates adding on to his 2 gate. It's an 8 gate Immortal Sentry here. This is going to be a huge, huge army here that Ophthalmologist is going to field. Now, Swarm is getting units.
He's not going to see these units pushing across the map until right now. Now the Warp
Yeah.
Prism units are visible.
Let's see what he's got on the field. He's got 4 Roaches, 12 Lings with more Lings on the way. And to be fair, this is a technical army, but it's not a gigantic army. There's only 1 Immortal. He doesn't have a ton of force fields. He's going to pull away from the 3rd and kind of group his army together. And I like that decision. Here he goes. Actually, no force fields. There he goes. He force fields the Roaches away, but the Lings are kind of on top of everything here. The War Prism getting some good micro in, but this 3rd base is dead. It is gone. Here we go. So many units here popping for Swarm. But I feel like Ophthalmologist, he's gotten what he wanted to get done here with this attack.
I mean, I think he's going for the kill. You don't make that many gateways and not try to end the
Yeah,
game.
that's true. I mean, he's prepped to take a 3rd. And now that there's Ravagers on the field, I feel like this could start to get dicey here for this attack. His force fields also are nearly completely gone. I like the force field on the main ramp there. He's only got this 1 Immortal, and it kind of gets a little out of position. Swarm has to be very careful about how he engages this, though. Big Biles landing on the army.
He's just running around, biding his time, throwing down, trying to zone away until he has some more reinforcements. I think when Roaches pop, he's going to go in there for the kill.
Yeah, 9 more Roaches about to pop. And I think there's only 1 force field left here. Here we go. He was focusing down on the natural, but the Lings get in. They're going to get us around on most of these units. Good micro so far by Ophthalmologist. There's a lot of Roachling left over, though these slow Zealots with these force fields are going to be allowed to get on top of the Roaches and Ravagers. And it looks like Ophthalmologist might be about to do it. He's got just barely enough here, and I think he might have broken the back of Swarmonomics. More Stalkers on the field now as well. Here come the drones trying to help add a little bit of a buffer here. But Swarm is beginning to drop in supply.
So many more units coming in right now for Ophthalmologist here from that War Prism. War Prism does come in place, so now he can use it for micro if he needs to.
Yeah.
Once this natural goes down, though, I think that's it.
Yeah, at that point, the production of the Zerg is hugely hampered, as well as his ability to recover from an attack like this. Biles do not get the Prism, and he's using them to micro now. He might have enough to shove this back, maybe, but the question is has the damage been done? And I think the answer is yes. He needs to get this Prism. Great micro there from Ophthalmologist. He's going to deny it, and I think he's done it. I think he's broken him. The unit count just so low here for Swarmonomics. And with a very calculated timing.
That was a crazy strong timing.
Yes, it was. The Queens are getting pulled in here by Swarmo. He had 3 Queens up the ramp. Probably could have used those with the army. He's still trying to hold on here. But he's down to 20 workers. Even if he holds on, I just don't know if there is enough. And these Queens are running out of energy.
An Immortal with 23 kills.
Holy cow, that's a lot of kills on an Immortal.
And the natural is going to go down. It was just scouted too little, too late.
Too little, too late, indeed. Octomologist still warping in units. And he's still microing his heart out, keeping that Immortal alive. Man, I gotta steal this build.
Got to give it to Swarm though. This he's lasted a lot longer than I would have. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But I think that the timer on his life has run out. As